eyes, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake, 'cause I don't fucking get.
What's going on, guys? It's Foxified here and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a top 5 Call of Duty Zombie Map. Remember, this is completely my opinion and this is not any kind of actual fact, it's just my personal opinion. So coming in at number 5 is Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead was always a map that stuck out to me since it had one of the best wonder weapons in the game, which did not have unlimited damage, Scavenger. It had an interesting boss, which wasn't the best to say the least. Overall it was a great map and you had some great training and hoarding spots, and it was just overall a good map to play with your friends or by yourself. So coming in at number 4 is Kino de Toten from Black Ops 1. This was one of my favourite maps at the time since it had one of the best training spots in Call of Duty Zombies, the stage. It was very simple and it wasn't too complex. It had one of the best wonder weapons in the game, arguably, the Thunder Gun. The only thing which I didn't like about it were the Nova Crawlers, as I felt that they added unneeded difficulty and annoyance to the map. Since it was Black Ops 1, it didn't have Damming Up, which was a shame, and it only had Double Tap Mark 1, but other than that, it was one of my favourite maps and it was very memorable for me. So coming in at number 3 is the Eichendrak. This is one of my favourite maps of all time since it incorporated some very innovative things such as bows, Wonder Fizz, and the incredibly hard but very rewarding Easter egg that comes at the end of doing some very hard long steps. Boss battle was amazing and it had all the perks possibly needed. It had the shield, it had some great bow quests, and overall it was literally one of my favourite maps of all time and it will stay memorable for me until the end of Zombies. So coming in at number 2, getting closer to number 1 spot, is Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead was for me always one of my favourite Zombies maps of all time. It was so innovative and it incorporated some things such as the Hell's Retriever, which could be upgraded. It had one of the best wonder weapons of all time, and it also had one of the most overlooked wonder weapons of all time. It had one of the coolest Easter eggs of going to the Golden Gate Bridge to pack a punch and then electrocuting yourself after finally realising that you're stuck in the infinite loop. It had some great new perks such as Electric Cherry, and overall it was one of my favourite maps of all time and it still is to this day. So coming in at number 1, the best map of all time of Call of Duty Zombies is Natdar Toten. Now this may surprise a lot of you guys, but this was actually my favourite zombie map and it was also my first zombie map. I'm talking about the World at War version, of course, since the Black Ops 1 version was simply a remake and it could never be as good as the original. It had no perks, meaning it was much harder to survive than a lot of other zombie maps. The zombies couldn't actually hit you unless you had stopped moving, so unless you had got stuck or something, it was impossible for you to die. This is one of the most nostalgic maps of all time for me, and I loved playing this. Great to go back to Natdar Toten, but of course I couldn't play it all day because it would simply get boring for the lack of content. It had some of the best weapons such as the sawn-off shotgun and the shotgun itself. It had no dogs and it was simplicity itself. That's what makes Natdar Toten my favourite map of all time. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been Foxified here. This is the second video on this channel. Don't forget to drop a sub, drop a like, and enjoy. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.